Professor Gasparelli. I'm honored for the opportunity to speak today at the 2013 convocation for the Department of German and Russian Languages at the University of Notre Dame. And like every senior, as I look back at my 4 years at Notre Dame, I cannot help but think this weekend of the many wonderful opportunities and great chances that I have had that have enabled me to grow as a person. But upon reflection, I think perhaps the seminal experience of my college career has been the opportunity to study abroad in Berlin, Germany. And that is an opportunity that I would not have had it not been for the trust and support of the Notre Dame German Department. So for that trust and support, I want to say thank you. And in this speech, I want to share some of my experiences, which I believe illustrate how the German department effectively carries out this great university's mission to educate not just the minds, but also the hearts of its students. So when I came to Notre Dame, I had no idea that I wanted to study German and be a German major. I came in as a political science major, but I realized how important the study of a language was to my further education. And when evaluating which language to study, I had three criteria. I wanted to study a language that was important in the world. I wanted to study a language in which if I worked hard enough, I would have a good chance to achieve some degree of fluency. And I also wanted to study a language spoken in a country I consider to be an attractive study abroad location. In German, I filled all three criteria. Because studying abroad really is the best and most effective way to learn a language. And I was very excited to have that opportunity during the spring semester of my junior year. But the Berlin program is relatively unique among the Notre Dame study abroad programs because it is a complete immersion. We students took classes in German at the Freie Universität. We registered at the university as German students. We were responsible for finding our own housing and meals while in Berlin. And because of its immersive nature, the Berlin program has strict entrance requirements. And in the fall of my junior year, after taking the entrance exam, I was found to not have met those requirements. But the German department fought on behalf of my admission to this program. And for their trust and support and confidence in me, I am thankful. Because without that, I would not have experienced one of the best opportunities of my college career. The department explained to me the challenges that came with my provisional acceptance of the program, but never wavered in their support for me. I traveled to Berlin 7 weeks before my program began, alone, knowing no one in the city, to conduct a 7-week German immersion course at the Karl Duisberg Institute. But that trust and support for the department resulted in one of the most rewarding experiences of my college career, an experience that continues to impact me today. And while in Berlin, I searched for ways to get involved. Many students worked internships at German companies. Other students joined extracurricular clubs or activities at the Freie Universität or in Berlin. I was not confident enough in my German speaking ability at that time to work in a professional setting. So I sought out and found the Berlin Bears, a team in a professional American football league in Germany, who just so happened to be looking for a quarterback. So in the next part of my speech, I just want to talk about how playing for the Bears allowed me to fulfill three main aspects of the study abroad experience: the integrative aspect, the formation of lifelong bonds, and believe it or not, the academic aspect. Playing for the Bears definitely helped me integrate into German society. As I said, I knew no one in Berlin. I was completely alone. But for my second full day in Berlin, we already had our first practice. So from the beginning, I had a support system of teammates and coaches who could help me into my transition into German society. I also ended up moving after my month with my host family to an area of Berlin close to where my teammates lived and where my team played. An area of Berlin with a large immigrant and multicultural community. And I was able to taste a lot of great food there. My German also quickly improved. As many of my teammates did not speak English, I was forced to speak German in a setting outside of the classroom. And I also had the chance to visit many small cities in the former Neubrandenburg, or Frankfurt Oder, which I never knew existed at the beginning of my program, and I never would have had the opportunity to visit if not for playing for the Bears. I also developed strong enough relationships with my teammates and coaches that I was named a captain, and I'm still in touch with many of them today. 3 teammates visited me over fall break, and 2 more visited in the spring, and we're still planning on a few more trips in the future. But since we're here at graduation at Notre Dame, I want to touch a little on the academic help that playing for the Bears provided me. I never knew that playing football would help me so much with my academic career, but it did. I wrote a senior thesis this year, and in my thesis, I studied the effect of the current recession on public opinion in regard to support for the European Union and further European integration. And though the majority of my thesis was a data analysis, I wanted to devote particular time and attention to Germany because it was a way to combine my political science major, my German major, and my study abroad experience in Berlin. So I had the opportunity to return to Berlin over Christmas break to conduct research and conduct a series of interviews with German citizens, many of the connections I had made during my time in Berlin. I asked my interview respondents their views on Germany's role within the European Union and their belief in whether the European Union can continue into the future. I interviewed many of my former teammates and coaches, former professors and fellow students at the Freie Universität, and also my host family, whose support I'm also very grateful for. Through the help of my host family, I was able to interview many of their work colleagues at Landesbank Berlin and talk directly to bankers dealing with Greek debt and risk. So in the end, my interviews in Berlin greatly enriched my senior thesis, the capstone of my time here at Notre Dame. And this would not have been possible had it not been for the trust and support and confidence that the Notre Dame German department placed in me. With their support, I was able to overcome many challenges that I faced during my time in Berlin. And as I prepare for my future career, I look forward to continuing to have the opportunity to use and improve my German in a professional setting. And I believe that I speak for all members of the class of 2013 who are German majors in thanking the Notre Dame German department for all of the hard work and help, trust, and support that they have shown us during our 4 blessed years at the University of Notre Dame. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a wonderful week.